Hi, everybody. Hope everyone's having a fantabulous Thursday evening. So we're going to talk today a little bit about the host credits, the rewards, the reasoning for hosting a party, those credits and that free money that you get, and why it's good to have a party as a consultant monthly. For me, I'm used to it. It's a habit. Ever since I've been back with Scentsy, which was going on 2 years now, I've been having monthly parties. So for me, it's out of force a habit. It helped me get my inventory, which was thankful, because when I came back, I basically had nothing. If y'all remember my journey story, y'all know I had nothing when I came back. So I had to somehow build something, and I wasn't ready to just start jumping out the window and buying inventory. And I wasn't too okay with yet just hosting parties. So I was trying to do the laid back thing, go to the vendor events, take the orders, submit the orders, and do that stuff, right? That was the route I was trying to go when I came back. But my dear old sponsor said, just host a monthly party. It's online. You share the link and you get, credit and, oh, my nose is itching so bad. You get credit and things like that. And if no one wants to host a party online, then you get that free product credit. I had no idea what that meant for a long time. And then I did my launch party. And with my launch party, my face-to-face launch party was actually my reinstatement 2 party. So I did that, and then that's when I hosted my first online party as well as my launch party. Of course, I did my research. I read the workstation up, down, left, right, backwards, and forwards on the online parties, and I talked to my sponsor about it, and I had my heart attack about it, but I created the party, and I ran the party for the remainder of the month. I think my face-to-face party might have been the second week of the month, so I ran that party out for the remaining 3 weeks of the month, right? So what happened at the end of that party? I got some orders. Now, this was before free shipping was $500. It was $200. My goal was to get my party to $200 so I can get free shipping when I wanted to go ahead and order some things, because I knew that me coming back to the business, I was going to need some stuff. So what did I do? I hosted this party. Party was great. Everything was great. Party was fun. And then I had this party online. So I kept sharing the party online, not every day, but maybe every couple of days. Every time I would talk about Scentsy, I would share this party link. Got some orders. It was fun. And like I said, this was before, I think my party did reach $200, so I did get the free shipping. And that was awesome. Here's what I realized today. I didn't realize this before. I just had a light bulb go off in my head. And I realized, one, getting somebody to host a party is a struggle area for me. I don't know why. I give them all the great, up and up, this is great, that's great, why it's great, how it's great, what you should do about it being so great. I give them that, and I don't know. So, that's okay. I realize I can do a mystery host, and people seem to take that a little bit better. So all the mystery hosts is you will either closer to the end of your party, I like to do it like this, close to the end of your party, or as soon as they I want to host a party, that's fine. Mystery host is just basically okay, if you want to host a party, put your name in this post. That's how I did it one day. And I was like, okay, great. I put the name into this name app, and it spun the wheel, and that's who picked the host. I didn't pick it. Nobody in my house picked it. The internet picked it. The wheel picked it. And that was that. And then they got that credit. Now, it just so happened that one time I did it, the host actually ended up being one of my customers, which was hilarious. So they were actually able to get more things at a much lesser price. So here's what I realized today. I got about over $100 worth of product for my party that I closed. My nose is itching so bad. I'm so sorry. And I only spent $25. So I saved about $75. on things that would have cost me well over $100 before tax and before shipping. Why is that a benefit? It's money I really didn't have to spend. And that's one thing we have to let our hosts know. There may be some out-of-pocket cost with the half off credit. I have not mastered the art of getting the half off credit for free. Like, two halves make a whole. I have not figured that out yet. I haven't figured out how to utilize more than one credit on one item. So what I tell my guys and what I tell myself, and Tiff can attest to this because this was her struggle area. She was okay with spending the almost $300 in host rewards. I mean, that was a struggle, but that was a little bit easier because it was a dollar amount. So she knew, and it's like a countdown. So if y'all watch my clothes party and you'll know what I'm talking about. So it was like a countdown. And that was actually her party, but she didn't get any of that stuff that I put in the cart. So if you watch that, you'll understand what I'm saying. So to spend the host rewards, in some cases, it's easier than the host credit. The host credit, I had 3 host credits. And I use all 3 of them. I use them differently, though. I got $12 items that I paid $6 for. So I ended up spending $18 instead of $36. I just basically used it in half versus me trying to figure it out. There's probably a way to use 2 host credits on one item. Again, I don't know how to do that. I'm not trying to figure it out. And that's 100% okay because I don't want to figure it out. I like my system. So to get $151 worth of credit for $25 today felt amazing. Host a party, guys. Get yourselves out there. I'm hosting an online party this Saturday. If I remember, I will definitely put the link for that party in the description. And y'all will be there. Again, it is a cyber party. It's nothing too special. Well, obviously, I'll show you guys product. Now, here's the sucky part is you can't actually smell the smells that is going to be going on. And that is unfortunate because Scentsy smells amazing. But again, this is just another way that we can host parties with this whole thing going on. And I kind of like it. I do. I kind of like it. I kind of like the way this is going. This will be my first cyber party, so that'll be fun. It'll be my first cyber party of 2020. Because I haven't had a cyber party like ever. But I figure, people like throwing 2020 and stuff. But the benefits of hosting a party is you get free money, basically. Like, me, the host, if you tell me, hey, all you got to do is get people to join the party link, right? Like, now there's a join that if people go to your party site, they press join, you can see who actually joined your party. Send those guys a special extra thank you. If they also make a purchase, they special extra thank you gets a little bigger. You get what I'm saying? Like, the bigger the okay, you're following me. So we're going to do that. Now, when it's time to spend the host rewards, they get to spend free money. Sit down with your host if you can during the closing process. You do not have to really explain. Did I have to explain it to you? Or did you kind of understand it?
What, when to do the thing?
The closing out of your party. Like, did I have to explain to you what this is and what that is, or did you kind of already know?
No, it's self-explanatory.
Okay. I just wanted to get another person's opinion because to me it's a little easier because it's right there. But it's a little bit, Tiff is saying it's self-explanatory. So, again, watch my open and close video. Well, don't watch the open part. Watch the close part. You can literally sit with your host and you're like, okay, you have, or you can send your host a message. And keep in mind, everything is before like tax and shipping. Now, if your party does not reach over $500, you will pay tax. I mean, you'll pay tax regardless, but you'll pay shipping. So you have to keep that in mind. So I'm not saying try to shoot for a $500 party. But if you could get 5 people to spend $100, there goes your free no shipping. And if you get paper orders, you're just building up that rewards, building up that. it benefits everybody, and that is the perk of it. So you get to this fun part where you're like, okay, well, this is how much you have. What do you want? Do not forget, if they're like, oh, I want a 6-pack of wax bars. Get the scent. Get the scent family. Give them options. Work with them. Break things down a little bit more, because sometimes people get so excited by the number. If I told you had $110.19 to spend on whatever you wanted, would you know what you wanted to get? If you're like, I need 6 packs of what? And what scent? What scent family? Because if you get the scent family, you can at that point give them options and options only out of that particular scent family. If they're like, oh, I love fruity, you do. Bam, here's all the fruity scents that you can pick from. Which ones do you want? Well, I love fruity and I love bakery. You do. Bam. This is when my testers that I got will come in handy, because I don't have to dig through my testers to see what they want. I have it already categorized. Makes it easier. If they're like, pick my scents, this is why you should get to know your host. This is why you should know your host. If they're like, pick my scents for me, please be aware and please know you might pick something they absolutely, you okay? Oh, that they absolutely do not like. And that is okay, because they really didn't tell you. I let them know, hey, so I'm going to pick things that I like, because if you like the things that I like every time you're here, you're like, oh my God, I love that. That might be a benefit too, but you want to get to know your host. Now, if you're like, how do you know all this? And you're like, oh my God, but you struggle to get people to host. This is not my first rodeo in being an independent consultant. It's a little different with Scentsy though, but the concept is still the same. So with that being said, oh, my nose is itching. I took my medicine. I'm so sorry, guys. With that being said, we're just going to go out there and we're going to, first for consultants, we're going to post our parties. Now, if you have the consultant thing, like a couple of weeks ago, before the month ended, I posted online, hey, who wants this credit? Nobody wanted the credit. So I just put it back into my business. I put it back into things I needed. I put it back into things people ask me for if I have on hand. You know what I mean? Like, I put it back into those things because it was the smartest thing to do for me, in my opinion. It was smart to put it back into what I use, and then we'll see how this month party goes. So I hope that makes sense. If it makes absolutely no sense, please go ahead and leave those comments in the description below, and I will go ahead and get all those questions answered for you. Thank you, and have a good night.